what you said, are you willing to, because I heard the former president, former vice president Atiku saying that the APC must issue a formal apology to Peter Obi. And what we are also hearing now is that the Peter Obi camp is also warning that any attempt to harm him would have severe consequences. I'm wondering if that bothers you, and if you're able to, you know, bring some clarity to the issue of threat and say perhaps what I said was misunderstood. How do you react to the essence that there is a possibility that there are some threats against his life?
No, Peter Obi has not disclosed the source of the threat against him, if there is any, right? What I do know is that in his ex-handle, he stated and claimed that my statement that we're discussing constituted a threat to his life and that of his family and that of his associates. Now, the point I'm making here, which I need to, to make very clearly, is that I said nothing in that interview or anywhere else, anything that was capable of being understood as constituting a threat to Peter Obi. I didn't. So, having said that, now, Peter Obi, what shocked me, quite frankly, let me say this. After the interview, I began to see, a few traffic tweets where some of his followers were suggesting that, Peter Obi was threatened. I didn't think anything of it. I simply just waved it. Until later that evening, Peter Obi tweeted out that, my words in that interview, threatened him. He didn't say somebody threatened him because of what I said. He said, that my words constituted a threat to his life. And that's what I need Mr. Obi to explain. Because, you can't make such a heinous allegation against any human being without supplying the facts and the detail. Now, I have, so far, yesterday I laid out a statement where I clarified what I said in relation to the question that was asked to me. What I said about, Peter Obi, has what is coming to him, was meaning if Peter Obi was called a prophet of doom or was called a good economist, I have supplied the facts, the basis for that conclusion. I said, if that is the case, then look, whatever name he is called, he could manage it. So, but how does that begin? In a normal political conversation, begin then to rise to the level of threatening the life of a human being. You see, what I'm saying, since Peter Obi made that allegation against me, many of his followers, I stated, elsewhere this morning, I have received over 400 threats of different shades, but of those 400, more than 200 of them were specific direct death threats to me by people who self-describe as his followers, who feel or are saying.
Now, Mr. Morka, that's the point. That is the exact point you're making, because you two are now saying that you have received threats, about 200 death threats. Is it possible that your own followers or the followers of the APC, based on the interaction and the reactions we've gotten from you as regards this New Year message, have also sent similar threats to him?
See, look, if anyone did that, why would I be the one? I don't know. That's not information within my knowledge. Peter B is the one who has to, because in his ex, he never said that. He simply said, Felix Morka threatened my life. He didn't say somebody threatened my life who heard or read what Morka said. And my point to you is that nothing I said was capable or, would have given anyone a reason to threaten Mr. B. That is absolutely ridiculous. There's nothing in my, it was a question and answer. I'm talking to you right now. I was asked a question, which was, you guys called, the APC is called Peter B, prophet of doom, this and that. And I said, I am not the one to go on that manner, and offensive in that manner. I'm not the one to go on an offensive in that manner. Meaning, I'm not the one to call anybody, by that kind of name.
We'll
right?
get back.
But whatever name he's been called,
yes,
it fits him because, he has crossed the line of truth on many occasions.
We'll get back to that shortly. But some have said that the former Anambra State governor must still hold lots of political relevance, even after his defeat in 2023, to deserve such robust and what appears a comprehensive response from the ruling party following his New Year message. Do you think your initial response may have given some validation to that?
No. Now, if I may, on the 2nd of January, I issued a full, throttle response to Mr. Obi's New Year remarks. It wasn't an interview. It was a statement that I signed. And, when you read the statement was not so much about Peter Obi. It was more about pointing out those markers of progress under the administration. Simply saying, look, it's not all bad news. It's not all, gloom and doom as his message portrayed Nigeria. I said, look, Nigerians, I'm sure, are, seeing signs that the economic policies of this government are beginning to bear fruits. That was the tenor of my response to Peter Obi. This was an interview, like I'm doing with you. That was, an interview. And a question was asked, and I answered it. Otherwise, the ruling party offered Mr. Obi a comprehensive, well thought out, statement, which I'm